Hello and welcome back to Tungsten Tales. Today I'm here to take you through the Players' Championship event, the first Players' Championship event of the season, as Joe Cullen is crowned the winner of PC1 over in Bolton in the Reebok Arena, defeating Johnny Clayton in a last leg decider to take the title, the first event of the season, obviously following on from the Masters at the end of January. Johnny Clayton was crowned the Masters champion not so long ago, and he was defeated in the final, and what a final it was against Joe Cullen. Joe Cullen averaging 86 to Johnny Clayton's 92. We will quickly run through Joe Cullen's route to the final. Defeated Ryan Meikle and Ryan Murray early on, and then the win over Scott Waits with 103 average, very impressive from the Rockstar. Then came through a last leg decider with Chris Dobie. Dobie averaging 101.3 himself in that one, then defeating Gabriel Clemens in the quarter-final to the 98. 95 was enough to see off Nathan Aspinall in the semi-finals. You would have to say he had a very impressive day himself, Nathan Aspinall. Some extremely positive signs. Hasn't all gone that well for Nathan Aspinall over the last 12 months or so. Suffered that horrible defeat to Mervyn King at the Masters, where he was in real danger of a whitewash loss, but managed to salvage a few legs in the end. So he made a quarter final with Cullen prevailing to the final, where he defeated Johnny Clayton. He was second best in that one, you would say, for most of them, which did take his opportunities, and we've got to say that's what matters, as Michael Van Gerwen says. Do the right things at the right moments, and that's what Joe Cullen did throughout today. Some big scalps in Nathan Aspinall and Gabriel Clemens. Even in the opening rounds, Ryan Meikle and Ryan Murray are players that have been in form over the last 12 months or so, you would say. And defeating Johnny Clayton in the final, who's obviously a top player and probably one of the top 10, 8, 12 players maybe we've got on the tour at the moment. So Joe Cullen coming through and winning the event today. Look through some of the names that produced the big games throughout the day. Michael Smith hit the first 9 darter of the PDC season in his opening round game with Geert de Vos. The new tour card holder de Vos averaging 103.4 himself to Smith's 100.3 average. First 9 darter of the season coming around 25 minutes into the season. Absolutely crazy stuff. We also have a quick look at John Worsley's run today, probably one of the unfancied names to come through. He got his tour card for the second time, maybe even the third time, at Q School just a couple of weeks ago. He defeated Ryan Joyce, Gert Nenchez, Michelante Buchner, a couple of other new tour card holders, and then defeated some more established names in Damon Heta and Michael Smith. Of course, Heta came through Q School not so long ago himself, had a very, very impressive year last year on the tour. And then defeating Michael Smith with 95 average. You look down the average list, it's nothing particularly exciting, but he got the job done. And to defeat Michael Smith, who's averaged 103.5 in that one, it's a serious effort from John Worsley, so you've got to commend him on that. But not to be in the semi-finals, as he was defeated 7-0 by Johnny Clayton, his fellow Welshman. Johnny averaging 109.6, which is definitely not to be sniffed at, you would have to say. Plenty more players we'd like to go through from the day's action over in Bolton. Rob Cross, he had a decent day, some very encouraging signs, because it's not been a good 2 years for Rob Cross. He's got a lot of money to defend, including a UK Open final and a World Match Play victory. He defeated Steve Brown in the opening round, and then defeated James Wilson in round 2. And then came the big boys. Darryl Gurney was defeated with 109.7, one of the top averages we saw through the day. I believe Jose de Souza hit the top average at 110.1 in his opening round match. I believe he defeated Jack Main in that one, could be wrong. And then Rob Cross defeated Gary Anderson, although only a 94.8 average there for Rob. Very impressive display. There was one leg where the absolute catalogue of doubles missed, and that really dragged the average down. But Terrific stuff from Rob. Plenty more players to look at. Michael van Gerwen is a player that we'll all have our eye on throughout the next 12 months or so. He defeated Matt Edgar in the opening round. Edgar was averaging around 111 after 3 legs played in that match. Then defeated Mark McGeaney with a 104 average. And then Louis Williams was the man to defeat Michael van Gerwen, just 19 years of age. He gained his tour card in Q School not so long ago. And if that's anything to go by, a 6-5 win over Michael van Gerwen, we were in for some season for the young Welshman. Peter Wright, former world champion, current world number 3. He defeated Andrew Gilding in his opening round match, but was then defeated by Mika Unterbuchner with just a very lowly average for the Scot. Gerwyn Price, 97 average in his opening round game with Lisa Ashton, and then 84 average against Gary Anderson in the second round. That's a game that's produced some fireworks over the years, I'm sure you'll agree, but not to be this time for the world number 1. And the name that you're all here for, Raymond van Barneveld, back on the tour. He was defeated in round 1, Stephen Bunting. They've had a memorable game a couple of years ago at the World Championships in the quarterfinal. Not a couple of years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. 6-5 defeat for Van Barneveld in that one, averaging 94 to Stephen Bunting's 98. He was 5-1 down, 4 on the spin, but not quite able to get the job done. So they are all the names that we've got to run through. A very good day, very good first round. First day at the Super Series, some terrific averages thrown. We've got our first 9-darter. Some big shocks, the likes of John Worsley reaching a semi-final, and of course Joe Cullen coming away as the victor on this occasion. We'll be here tomorrow to look through the second day of Super Series action, and we can't wait to see you. We'll see you very, very soon.